everyone, Catherine here. So in today's video, I want to give you 5 reasons why you should not try to attract your twin flame. And this is probably a little bit less conventional because everybody wants to attract their twin flame until you understand what they really are and what the true purpose is of a twin flame connection. So if you are someone who identifies as a twin flame, then you will understand the details of a twin flame connection. Whereas if you're not someone who identifies as one, like really as a twin flame, then I'm sure you've probably have heard things in movies or online about being with your twin flame because it's the ultimate soulmate connection, and that is not true. I only say that because I am a twin flame myself. I've met a number of twin flames, and a lot of us seem to come to the same consensus of what the twin flame journey really is. And so if the twin flame idea is something that you stumbled upon, or you have been feeling like there's something missing in your life and you want to attract your twin flame because you've heard of all of these things about twin flames or twin connections, then I'm here to share with you that it's really not all that it's cracked up to be. So if you're not familiar with what a twin flame is, the concept speaks to how one soul incarnates into 2 different bodies. When we talk about twin flame connections, we're mostly talking about the romantic connection, when really twin flames can actually be between anybody. So it can be between a person and a parent, or a child, an animal, a spirit guide. It can literally be anything. The possibilities are infinite. But when most people talk about twin flames, they talk about it in a sense of 2 romantic partners. Twin flames are known to be one of the 3 main spiritual connections. There are twin flames, soulmates, and then karmic relationships. So that's just kind of the most popular connections that most people are familiar with. But of course, there are an infinite possibilities when it comes to connections. So what is the purpose of a twin flame? The purpose is to have one soul incarnate into 2 different bodies, so that these 2 bodies can cover more ground in terms of healing and finalizing karma. So when we live lives, right, past lives, current lives, things like that, we do so with the goal of neutralizing or healing karma. For example, if I lived a past life where I don't know, murdered someone's family, okay, and this is just hypothetical, okay? Let's say I lived a lifetime where I murdered someone's family. Then I would come back, if I didn't learn the lesson in that lifetime and truly feel remorseful and really learned that lesson on a deep level, then I would come back in another lifetime and I would experience my family being murdered. And of course, that's like an awful way to go through karma. And as long as I neutralize that energy, or I really felt that on a deep level and understood that I would never do that to somebody else, then in that moment, I will have neutralized that karma. But if I experienced that, like if my family was murdered and then I just lost my mind completely and went on this vengeance trip and, went down a really dark path, then I really didn't learn the lesson and I didn't neutralize that karma. So what can happen is, not neutralizing the karma and taking a different path, you end up creating more karma. And so if this happened to me and I decided to become an alcoholic and then I died, then I will have not only not cleared that previous karma, but I have created more karma by becoming addicted to alcohol. So now I get to come back again and potentially live out that same scenario, but then also have an alcoholic issue and need to neutralize all of those karmic debts. Now, of course, this is just for people who believe in karma and believe in past lives. I myself was raised Catholic. I didn't really believe in anything, to be honest, until I had my spiritual awakening in 2018, and then past life regressions just started happening to me. They started happening, and then I also started going to people and having them done as well to kind of understand certain quirks about myself. So this is just what I have seen personally of how karma works. So what does that have to do with twin flames? Twin flames, when it's one soul incarnating in 2 bodies, these 2 bodies now have the ability to clear out more karma than just one person doing it. A lot of the times, the karma involves a romantic relationship. So even though this all sounds beneficial, it can all be done without needing another person. It can all be done just within yourself. and just coming to that realization. And so if you're someone who is kind of curious about attracting a twin flame, it's really not all that it seems to be. In this video, I'm just going to give you 5 examples of why you don't want to attract your twin flame. But hey, if any of this content resonates with you, then please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And yeah, we'll just get started with number 1. First reason why you do not want to attract your twin flame is that the twin flame connection tends to be highly toxic and extremely triggering pretty much just all the time because of the reasons that I mentioned earlier about clearing karma. That is really a good portion of why you end up meeting your twin flame, is to clear out karma. Unfortunately, the most effective way to do that is to just be triggered with some of the darkest things that you've had to ever deal with. So you meet your twin flame. Initially, it seems like a beautiful connection and it feels really deep. Like, you know that there is something deeper going on here. For whatever reason, they just trigger you so much. And even though you feel connected on a deeper level, you just bump heads on so many things. The majority of things. The reason why is because they're showing you the parts of you that need to be healed. And so again, if your twin flame ends up, cheating on you with another person, then there's a number of reasons why that could have happened. And more importantly, what it means for you. Is there karma of infidelity in your past life? Is there a lack of self-worth going on with you, right? There's just a number of things, and only you will be able to determine that in that time. And once you sit down and really try to understand what's going on, it's almost as if your soul signed up for the twin flame journey just so that you can just go through some of the hardest times that you will ever go through in a lifetime, just so you can clear that karma. So sure, it's a good thing when you meet your twin flame if you understand what it is and why it's happening. But if you're trying to attract a twin flame into your life because you just want a partner, you want, someone to enjoy life with, and you believe that you guys are going to be so connected that you just understand each other and everything is going to be all hunky-dory, it is not going to be the twin flame journey. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, that's not to say that there aren't some twin flames out there that are together and they are happy. But if they really are twin flames, and not soulmates, but twin flames, and they're truly happy, it is probably because they did a lot of karma clearing before they even got to that point. If they're a couple and they call themselves twin flames, but it's been such a beautiful relationship and it's been very flowy and just easygoing, I honestly don't think that it is a twin flame connection. I truly believe that it's a soulmate connection, which is great. Like, good for them. Soulmates are awesome. So reason number 2 of why you don't want to attract your twin flame. Twin flames, it has the full potential to take all of your energy and make you completely obsessed with the twin flame journey, or trying to find your twin flame, or trying to figure out if you've met your twin flame and how to be together and how to be in union. It is just a subject that can be all consuming and not in a good way. I speak from personal experience with this because when I met my twin flame, I was going through a spiritual awakening, and then it led me down an even deeper spiritual awakening because then I understood, I was trying to understand what this connection was. And of course, what I do is I meditate and I get downloads and I try to listen to my higher self, to God, to my spirit guides, whatever, and just get some insight on it. And then I ask for guidance to show me the way. And in showing me the way, I came across the concept of twin flames. And as I did more research, I started to feel that this is exactly what was happening. And going down this journey of a couple of years, I just confirmed it even further and further and further, until I knew without a doubt in my mind that this is a twin flame connection. I tell you what, even though it's made me more knowledgeable about the subject and I can speak about it fairly confidently at this point, it still took me to darker places at times. Places that I just really didn't need to be. Just obsessing about it, finding courses on twin flame journeys, getting twin flame readings online, looking at twin flame tarot readings. It was obsessive. And I do know that there are a lot of twin flames, because I've met them, that have gone through the same thing, just became obsessed with it. And it's hard not to become obsessed, because all you're doing is you're just trying to understand what's going on. It takes a lot of your power and it takes a lot of your energy when that energy can be spent elsewhere. During all of that time, I could have spent, healing my traumas or developing stronger relationships with, other people or friendships or with family rather than chasing something that really doesn't need to be chased. And I'm very lucky. My journey lasted about 2 years or so, like on and off, kind of sucking me in and then me exiting. And I feel like I came out of it pretty unscathed, which is great. But I do know of some people that are still in it, or it took them, almost a decade. The twin flame connection has this ability to draw you back in too, because if you really are twin flames, then there is like an energetic cord between you two. And if you're not careful, that cord can get stronger and stronger and stronger until you find yourself thinking about them again or wanting to reach out to them again or whatever. So it just has this ability to really suck you in when really your energy can be spent elsewhere. Reason number 3, it could potentially keep you from a beautiful, healthy soulmate connection. So if I'm in the middle of this journey and I'm just trying to figure out how to be in union with my twin flame or how to attract my twin flame because it's just a concept that I want to believe in, then I could potentially just be putting way too much pressure on an incompatible person. And while my energy is being drained into this subject, there could be a soulmate just hanging out on the sidelines, waiting to treat me so well, but I have no time. I don't have any energy to give to that soulmate because I'm too obsessed about this. Sometimes that is an actual karmic lesson, is to just let go of that attachment so that you can be ready and able to receive your soulmate. Soulmate connections are amazing. They're beautiful. They're complementary. Those flow. Soulmates often are the ones that you spend your lifetime with. And how sad would that be to just delay that or to miss out on that because you're obsessed about this twin flame? Oh, that's injustice right there. The 4th reason why you shouldn't try to attract a twin flame is it implies that your glass is just half full. It implies that something is missing. And really, even though this 3rd dimensional matrix is very good at making us feel like we're lacking something, lacking beauty, lacking money, lacking friends, just lacking all the time. If you can get someone to feel super insecure and feel like they need something outside of themselves, they're easy to manipulate. And so, advertisement companies, they thrive on that. They use that to their advantage. And so feeling like there's something missing in your life because you don't have your twin flame, it's not giving yourself enough credit. There probably is a part of you that feels like that something is lacking and something is missing. And so who better to fill that part of the cup than you? With the help of the divine, right? And your spirit guides, like you have a whole team, an etheric team that you can and can't see at times that are here to help, and they want you to feel fulfilled. They want you to be happy. This life on this planet is short, and there are things that your soul wants to fulfill and wants to experience, and you have full permission to just give that to yourself. Become the other half that you are missing, because the more energy you spend feeling like something is missing, then it almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like that's the way the law of attraction works. It doesn't care about the negative. So it doesn't care if you say, I don't want to be poor. All it hears is poor because you're focused on poor energy or energy of lack. Saying that I want to attract my twin flame implies that you are missing your twin flame, which you can't really be missing something that you are because you are your twin flame. You're the same soul. But of course, hey, this journey is a wild one. Take your time, just do what feels right in the moment. And the 5th reason why you don't want to attract your twin flame is because not wanting to attract someone ends up making you more attractive. Have you ever dated somebody, right? And then it didn't work out. Like, okay, whatever. You still kind of miss them and you wanted it to work out, but they don't want to talk to you or they don't answer your text messages. Then you start dating somebody else and you completely forget about that person. and then out of nowhere, they decide to text you. There's an energy shift that happens when you are not trying to attract someone. It's kind of like going on a date when you can feel the desperation coming from the other person. They can be very nice, very pleasant. It's a nice date, but you can just feel this need to be in a relationship from this person. And it repels you because it puts pressure on you, and you end up developing this sense of responsibility for this person because now you feel the energy that if it doesn't work out, that their feelings are going to be hurt and it's going to be on you. Who knows? They may even develop into a stalker. You never know which way the road is going to go with a person. But if you're on this date and you can feel that they are really secure in themselves, they're just there to have a good time. If it develops into anything, great. But if not, that's totally fine too. The pressure is released. And now you know that you don't have to perform in a certain way. You don't have to act a certain way. You can just be you. And that is really attractive. It's really nice to be around somebody where you don't have to put on this face, right? And put on this act. So at the end of the day, your twin flame is out there. But if you're not receiving them, or if you're not connected to them or whatever, there's probably a really good reason for that. And it would probably be best to just not mess with it. Your twin flame is probably out doing something super important for the both of you because you're both the same. So why not focus on healing your soul? Because that's what you guys are, just one soul. Just heal your soul and live life and just be happy and have fun and just go after it. Life's too short. And besides, your twin flame is gonna want that for you. They're gonna want you to be happy and fulfilled. Deep down, that's what they're gonna want. So make them happy and do what fills your cup. Don't wait for something else to fill it up. So anyway, I hope this video helps somebody. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.